guys, Sheep here with more Overlord. If you guys missed the last episode, I have no idea why you would, but, you know, whatevs. Oh, did it upgrade me to the super fire? I want to see this. That looks boring. Oh! Okay, that just got a lot less boring. Also, I realized, like, I've been really loud for all this, haven't I? I'm sorry. Anyways, we put all of our guys into the sword that we have. Not every single one of them. There's a few left. But I intend to farm another 100 browns. And we will toss them to this. And then what are we gonna do? I want to take the time to put guys in like all of our stuff, since this is probably the last set of armor we're gonna have, which would look awesome. I'm torn if I want to do that much farming. It'd probably make the rest of the game go really smooth. But it also means doing a lot of farming. It's like a double-edged sword of... No, I'm definitely gonna finish picking up the sword. I guess that the set of armor takes 500 as well. I mean, I might do the same balance with the set of armor. Just 200 and then 100 of everybody else. Did you guys murder yourselves? How? You're immune to fire. No, I have questions. How did they... What? What just happened? Also, I just realized I could just be exploding these sheep. I go back to the tower after anyways. Alright, we have some new guys. Oh, I don't even have to aim it. This is glorious. Yeah. Okay, so that is an explosion. For some reason. That's kind of silly. Alright, so this is going to be the episode. We're just going to go back and forth. Eventually we might do something other than farming, but this will probably mostly be it. Which means I have to figure out what to talk about other than Story of Seasons. Or I could just talk about Story of Seasons. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a huge fan of the Harvest Moon games. Like, Harvest Moon 64 is my jam, and everything since then has also been my jam. And then there's a whole bunch of, not drama, but I'll call it drama. Anyways, long story short, the people that own the name Harvest Moon took it in one direction, and the people who were like really the heart and soul of Harvest Moon were like, that's not Harvest Moon. So now there's the Story of Seasons series. Also, I'm like summarizing like a whole bunch of stuff in like a sentence. Also, I think there was the case of some people being fired and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't hold me to anything ever. Anyways, to keep it simplified, a few years back, Harvest Moon games stopped being like the original Heart and Soul Harvest Moon games, and the people that made the original Harvest Moon games started the Story of Seasons series, which is more like the original Harvest Moon games. I still play both because I just really like games like that. Like farming games, and I don't know why I want to raise cows. I want to raise cows and chickens and stuff, but without dealing with cows and chickens. If that makes any sense. Anyhow, with that said though, I will say that the story of season games just are so much more enjoyable to me. And that's not me being a fangirl of Original Harvest. Well, I am, but that's not me picking a side in anything. It's just I really like the way Story of Seasons feels. Anyways, so I've been playing Trio of Towns, which is I think the second Story of Seasons game. I might be off on that. And it's awesome, and I can't decide who I want to marry, and I'm in late fall. I don't buy new games that often, so we're almost at 100. Anyways, curious about what to do with my winter. Because winter in a farming game is like, oh yeah, I can grow nothing, so my animals are happy. I guess I'll sit on my hands? I don't know what to really do here. Please help me. Oh, you can make outfits and stuff like that. That's a lot of fun. Anyway, so yeah, while listening to videos and trying to feel better in my stomach and other things, I've been playing farming games, being like, oh, how nice it must be to have an active life and do things. Oh, I have something to ramble about. I almost got mad at my boyfriend's brother, or mother, for the dumbest thing ever. I'm always mad at his brother. His brother's just his brother. Anyways, he wasn't feeling well one night, and I was like, hey, look, tomorrow we'll chill out and watch Hot Fuzz while you take your pain medication, stuff like that, and hopefully feel better. He has a health problem. He's got to take a lot of meds and stuff for it. I know, 2 people with health problems. We found each other. That sounds so silly. Like we're the only people that ever had issues. There's people with issues much worse than mine. Mine's just annoying and makes leaving the house difficult. Anyhow. So I was like, hey, we'll chill out and we'll watch Hot Fuzz, which is a movie I love. If you don't love that movie, I don't understand you. I mean, you know, live your life and all that, but I just don't understand anything about you. Yeah, well, that was my plan, to have a movie day the next day, because you guys are gonna scold me for this. It's not that I don't like movies. It's that I get distracted or just... I can't focus for an entire movie most of the time unless it's something just really intense or that I'm really dying to watch. Like, it took him forever to get me to see the Avengers movies. Now, that said, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, I went to the theater by myself and watched that movie. Which doesn't sound like much to you guys, I'm sure, but when it's hard for you to leave the house in general for A, physical health reasons, and B, mental health reasons, you know, going to a theater by yourself is kind of a big thing. Anyway, but yeah, a couple times I've taken myself out to see a movie that I was just dying to see, and then my uncle works on movie stages and such. Actually, it's not just the stage, like, he's built entire towns for movies, which is what it's like construction, but like a weird specification of construction. It's like, I will build this house for you. Do not worry. I'm on it. And then he builds a house, and sometimes they burn down the house, but, you know, still. A good example is, I don't know if you guys remember, probably not. A while back, there was a movie about these 3 whales that were trapped in the ice up in Alaska, and of course the natives, the actual news story was that the natives want to eat it, but of course people were like, oh my gosh, whales, we have to save them. That's how I think people talk. Anyway, people wanted to save the whales, so it was this big inspiring thing, and they found a way to like heat the water and just make repetitive holes and stuff so the whales could get out to the ocean, not be trapped and die. Anyways, so the whole town, city, village, whatever you want to call it, in that movie, my uncle and his crew built. Like, from scratch. There wasn't like a basis there. They didn't tidy it up. They built a village, city, whatever. Village, city, town thingamajig with where people live. What do people live in anymore? I don't understand. Also, what's the difference between a village, city, and town? What's the population requirements of that? Like, do you have to actually apply for something to get upgraded? Like, if I started a little hamlet or whatever, and we got to city size, but I didn't fill out a permit or something. I'm not clicking the left button. I don't know why you guys are acting like that. If I didn't fill out a permit or something, it would always be a village, but just a huge village. That sounds silly to me, but that might be how it works. Anyway, but yeah, he built, like, he with his crew, not him alone. My uncle built an entire city. Yeah, they built the, like, all the buildings and stuff you see in the movie was them. And it's really cool, to be honest to me. I completely got sidetracked. Anyways, oh, right, I remember why I got sidetracked. So, anytime he works on a movie, my grandmother wants somebody to take her to see him, and I don't know why my grandmother thinks that I like movies or something. I don't know if she thinks I like movies, or if I'm just the person that's always free, because where am I going? But 90% of the time, I'm the one that takes her to go see the movies. Which means I've seen such... Okay, there's a movie called Max about a dog that was like... I think they spotted bombs or danger, whatever. They helped the military out. Look, I saw this movie a while back and I'm half awake, so you're not getting much out of me. Yeah, I'm 2 episodes in, I'm still half awake. That's not a lie or anything, I just don't wake up ever. Alright, we are going to shove the last few guys in our sword. Because I like our sword. Ew. So, I take my grandmother to see that movie, which a couple times I was like, I swear on my life, if they killed this dog, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, that website, ifthedogdies.com or whatever it is, the one where it goes through movies and you can look up if the dog dies or not. Like, I check that movie. Or, I check that website. It's like, alright, here's the movie. It does, in fact, have a dog. Does the dog die? Like, I don't want it... Here's the thing. I have to make somebody else go check it because I don't want to know if the dog dies. Oh, wait. Back. I want to upgrade, not a... Oh, 100% knockback. It's kind of sweet. I wonder if that solid 30 is better than the percentages. I don't know. Right. Accept.
Giblet, see to the master's needs.
Alright, so I should be doing a ton of damage. I probably should have done like 50-50 on that for the fire damage, but some things are immune to fire now, so. Alright, I need to check the armor. How much? You can have 1,000? Alright, we gotta figure out how we're... I might have to look up, like, what division... Alright, that's just for how many guys I put in. 1,000 little dudes, holy cow.
This is your armory, sire, where you can store your armor and weapons. Great and mighty.
I guess I could do 300 of each and then 400 browns? That's a boost in strength, a boost in magic. Is there a boost in health in that? Just grabbing all you guys. I don't care. Go kill some sheep. So here's a question. Do I want to sit here and farm 400 browns? Not to mention, I could be increasing my horde size by putting stuff in my helmet. Ah! That's so many minions! Like, I'm probably gonna get like 100 or 200 to shove in there. I don't care about that one. Every sheep helps. Get him. Good job. Ah, that's so many. Alright, like I said, I'm definitely gonna farm up like 200 browns. Probably a little more than that since I need some to actually fight with. Give me your input. Do you want me to go ahead and farm for this suit of armor and just get it filled out so we never have to farm again? I mean, we'll probably eventually have to farm again because stuff will get killed a lot, but... Ah! Get away from the hay. Okay, the hay's okay. I'm terrified of those hay bales now. Alright, that ram's gone. For me. Oh, he's making a run for it. Get him. What are these? Actually, you know what? I have 35 dudes. We're not letting that ramp get away. Gonna loop around. Oh, you guys got him on your own. Good job. What else can I think about? Oh, is Path of Exiles free to play? I have a feeling it's not. I have a feeling that there's like a buy-in, but they might have also changed it a little bit. I don't know. I'll check. The boyfriend and I have been playing that. We've also been playing The Escapist, but unfortunately on one of the prisons my game crashes, which is the biggest bummer. Apparently there's working on a patch, so I'm not too salty. But it's still a pretty solid bummer, because I want to break out of jail. Anyways, but yeah, the new Escapist setup is really fun, but if you played the first Escapists, when you go to Escapist 2, you have to retrain yourself, because left click is attack without hitting like shift or anything like that to change it. If you, I think you can only do the key buttons, I'm not sure. But like, yeah, just a plain left click is attack now. Like E is to inspect everything and all that. So we've gotten into a lot of accidental fights. Also, now you have to like individually select a shower, which I kind of made someone furious with me day one. Because I was trying to see what they had for sale because I had some money. And I knocked them out of their shower place like 15 times. So I've learned my lesson there. Multiplayer on that's really fun though. Like, he ended up with the... Oh, what prison were we on? I think we were on the second prison. No, because the second one's the train, isn't it? We were in the one after that, the kind of cowboy one. And he took the woodworking job. There wasn't a metalworking job though, so I was just constantly hunting for shovels and stuff. And we took the underground path. There's different ways to get out of each prison, which is awesome. We did do the train one. That one's timed, and it's a ton of fun. But it's a really interesting twist to it, is that I think it's actually easier to get out of there if you're doing a single player. Because if you're single player, you can hop on a horse or grapple off the roof of the train and stuff like that. But because we were co-oping it, we ended up hunting down like 3 crowbars, I think. Yeah, it was 3. And ended up knocking out a guard so she would get taken away. First of all, we knocked her out where she wasn't on the caboose of the train. And then we used crowbars to just free ourselves from the caboose of the train. It was kind of awesome. Also, I got the crap knocked out of me regularly. I was so bad at not getting noticed by the cops. Because, like, the second you leave their cell, they're like, hey, what are you doing? Because you're supposed to stay in there the whole time. Of course, we're not doing that. We're rebels. Whee, another round. This has been 20 minutes of me rambling about whatever. Which means I have to think of another 20 minutes worth of stuff to ramble about. Oh no. This is why I should do this off screen, but I don't know if there's like ways to cheat this game or anything like that, which in general, I don't know if there's ways to cheat a game in general. Because I don't look that stuff up. The one time I tried to look up something, it was to see how the armory worked on stuff like this. And they were like, oh, you can get this awesome helmet, and then I ended up not being able to get the helmet, so. I don't know, like, if there's a variation of that helmet in here that's just super duper awesome and increases the farming and stuff, that'd be cool, but also now it's like a pleasant surprise, which is part of why I like not looking ahead. For example, I probably wouldn't have made the helmet I made before if I had known we were about to get that other smelter. But because, sorry, yawn. But because I didn't know when we were getting the smelters, I went ahead and made it, which gave us a little bit more defense, I think. But in general, it just also made us look cool. Apparently I can't walk down that small hill. So even though I end up wasting resources and things like that, you know, I still get to go, oh, I'm so dumb, I should have waited, but I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. You know, but at least I, you know, now can upgrade other things and yada yada. Anyways, but yeah, just when recording and stuff, unless it's a game I've played before, I don't know anything aside from the Steam page summary. Or what other people might have told me in some cases. Don't you dare. All sheep must die. I think going into stuff blind is more fun in my case, unless it's a game like Fable 3 where I kept hearing about, oh yeah, the end game's all about money, and if you're not preparing for it at the beginning, yada yada, you know, you'll be in a lot of trouble and you won't be able to save other people, or you won't be able to do this good ending, and all this stuff. So, like, in Fable 3, knowing about that ahead of time, the second I found buildings I could buy, I started buying everything. You know, and then while I'm goofing off and figuring out stuff blind, I'm at least getting the money. At the same time, I think I get... in a way that made the ending of the game more enjoyable for me, because I went into it knowing that. But at the same time, that took out the replayability for me, because I would have immediately started a new game and been like, alright, so we need to buy up everything and do all this stuff. I mean, there's still replayability, because you can choose to go evil or good or whatever, but... like, once you know the ultimate way of doing something, it's just like, that was awesome. Plus, I feel like saving all your people is more of a good guy ending, so if you do an evil playthrough, which I believe I was doing my first time, and you know ahead of time to have all the money anyways, it's just... I mean, I guess having a strong army can be a bad guy thing, but... I don't know, it just throws it off, you know? Plus, knowing me, I wouldn't have noticed that I could buy buildings at all. Unless the game like really shoved it in my face, and I would have bought like one or two that I liked. And never thought about it again, so I would have been like more hard pressed for money and stuff like that, which would have made the game a lot more difficult for me, but more fun in the way that it's challenging. Because I'm a person that after I go through a game and do it the easiest way I can, hopefully, I go back and try to find more challenging ways if I really like the game. Case in point, like with Pokemon, I nuzlocke games after completing them. Also, I get every single Pokemon game. Sun and Moon, I know I could probably live with just one. I have both. Anywho, but like, the nice thing about getting both is I can have a normal playthrough that I'm never going to restart. And then I can have the one that I nuzlocke and goof off on. Yes, treasure. Murder all the sheep. These guys are gonna run out of sheep. Unless sheep breed like rabbits. I don't think they do. Alright, we could do this upgrade now, but then it'd give us really short on brown, so I'd have to come back anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another round of this. Maybe we'll get fire or something after. I don't know. Right, now I have that song from The Hobbit, the Icy Fire song. Actually, was that in The Hobbit? I know it was made for The Hobbit. Also, if you guys don't know what song I'm talking about, go look it up. Have a good time. Nice chill song. Oh, there's something we can talk about. We can talk about music. Let's see, what music shall I talk about? Oh, here, we'll talk about Postmark Jukebox. So, I'm at the point where I've listened to Postmodern Jukebox version songs of so many times. A lot of time I'll hear the original version of the song and think that somebody did like a weird ripoff of a really good song I've already heard, and then a little while later I'm like, no, I just listened to the original version of the song. Postmodern Jukebox did their take on it. And just kind of feel stupid. That's how a lot of times I still think that Postmodern Jukebox is the better version. Case in point with Timber, any Justin Bieber song really. Oh, what's that one song? I want to say the song's called Closer, but I'm not 100% sure that's the full title. But the Baby Pull Me Closer in the backseat of your Rover. I know you can't afford by the tattoo on your shoulder. Which really makes me wonder, how bad is that tattoo on her shoulder? Like, I'm kind of obsessed with, like, the story of that song, because if you think about it, he talks about knowing her in, like, 2 or 3 places, and those places aren't in the same state, even. What was it? She stole the mattress from her roommate back in Dover, I believe? But then they talk about that Blink-182 song they beat to death in Tucson. So, what is it? Dover, Colorado, Tucson, Arizona. It implies that, look, if you're assuming that they were young sweethearts, the Tucson part was probably they were teenagers when they first got together, because in my experience, that's sort of like a younger people's thing to do. I'm not saying that I'm not young. No, I'm very self-conscious about myself. But like, teenagers are the ones that are like, oh my gosh, this is our song, and things like that. Although, some immature adults kind of do that too. And I try to have, like, this is my song for this and this is my song for that. I just don't see a point. I guess I'm just not that into music. I don't know. I'm not that into music, but I have a ton of songs on my iPhone. Anywho. Alright, let's go. Shove you guys in there. I would just keep farming browns for the rest of this episode. But so that we have gotten... Excuse you?
Great!
You get kicked when I say you get kicked. Right, anyways. So I sort of see like the couple having a song thing as being like a younger thing. Give me your input on that. We're gonna be here a while. Not that long. Alright.
A little forging is restful for the mind, sire. Helps clear your head for the evil deeds ahead.
I just like watching stuff that's really close to lava. All the browns. I'm so sorry, my lovelies. Alright, so let's see what our armor's at now. That's 20 defense. And our regeneration. Regeneration's awesome. It's health regeneration, right? Or is it magic? Yeah, it's health regeneration.
Giblet, see to the master's needs.
So we're definitely gonna want that since I tend to get the crap beat out of me.
This is your armory, sire.
I know.
Where you can store your
Yes, it's my armory.
weapons.
Guys, my armory is an armory. I want you to know this. That nerve slugs. I'm probably gonna farm more browns. I'm just gonna do that for the rest of this episode. Mostly because I'm good at getting them killed. Right. Okay. So they know each other in Colorado, and they know each other in Arizona, unless there's a state where both of those cities are together. She had a roommate in one of them, which implies that's like the second one. So does that imply this couple has run into each other twice? Because how does he know that she stole that mattress? Like, they definitely knew each other in Tucson. But he specifically knows that she stole that mattress, which means that they've run into each other twice? But then, like, when they initially talk, it's like, you know, that we were together and I let you go. Unless maybe they stayed in contact with each other, but the song kind of presents like a surprise, like, you know, I just happen to be in a hotel bar and you're here looking pretty and stuff like that. This is not the first time I've had this conversation, by the way. I've had this conversation with my dad, trying to break it down with, like, somebody that hasn't heard it before. I had it with a boyfriend who I thought might have heard it. Apparently he had not, so then we listened to the Postmodern Jukebox version of it. I'm totally trying to break this song down to see what the order and story of this couple is. Aside from, like, meet up in a bar and bang, assumably. Unless they're just having some hardcore snuggles, which... I mean, I guess you could rip the sheets off the mattress with snuggling, but... Wait, that's going really above and beyond, to be honest. I mean, I guess that they're really crappy sheets. I used to have a problem with sheets not staying on my bed because my mattress has like that extra padding in it, which is all good for your back and stuff apparently. This just makes it comfy. What treasure is over there? Tell me where you saw treasure. You, Slugman. Where's the treasure? Sir, I'm trying to look at you. Where's the treasure? That way? Is that way? Get the treasure, boy. Get the treasure. Yeah, there's no treasure. Oh my gosh, I have more recording to do after this. I bet you guys are looking forward to that Model Insanity. course, I'm not going to be farming sheep in that one, so that should probably be a bit more interesting than this episode. The boyfriend's doing homework and stuff today, which is boring and solo, so I have a lot of time to kill, and I decided to do a few episodes. I may just finish off that hidden object game today, depending on how long it is. We're at 35 minutes. Let's do one more round of browns. The jingle bells on his outfit sound like cans with something in them, don't they? Like a can with a rock in it? Or just empty cans in general. Enforce my army. Sugulus. Lead them. I have to listen to the song after I'm done playing this game now. Which will probably lead me to listening to Timber, as they did a version of Timber. So not the original version of Timber. Which I actually heard on the radio the other day, and I was like, it's weird to realize that you know every word to a song that you haven't heard the original version of yet. It's like I was singing along with it, and then just kind of variated some of the lines to point out the fact that I'm singing a song that I don't know the words to, or that I don't know the rhythm to, but I know the words to. It's weird. And from listening to Postmodern Jukebox, you can kind of guess what the general rhythm of the original song is. And they play it with different instruments and stuff like that, so then it comes out with different. I almost said weird, but it's not weird. There's a few cases where I end up liking the original version of a song and the Postmodern Jukebox version of a song. I guess it's just my giant spiel of saying, hey, go listen to Postmodern Jukebox because I think it's awesome. I kind of like older fashioned songs and things like that. I'm actually trying to get into metal. I didn't know a lot of people that were into metal growing up. I didn't grow up in a place where, like, metal was really a thing. Unless you're just trying to be edgy, and then none of the edgy people actually listen to metal, they just wore shirts. But then, like, I found a metal band that I kind of like. I forgot what they're called. I want to say it's Rhapsody. That might be the name of their CD, though. Hey! Oh my gosh, what are you doing? We just played Ring Around the Sheep for no reason. Back here. Get the last sheepy. Good job. Did you get the thing from it? Alright. That gives us 100 browns to play around with. I'm pretty happy with that. I could do one more loop, but I think you guys are done with me now. I'd be surprised if anybody watched this whole episode, to be honest. Fortunately for y'all, I label stuff as if I'm farming or not. Oh, let me see what else we have going on. We might have to do another farming episode. Or just kind of wing it. 3, 4, we got 74 reds and I think we can live with this. Just look at them. Stand still for too long and they start twitching. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call that good. I have no idea where my mouse went. The joy of having two screens if you're like moving around with your mouse. Like right now I'm moving like this. A lot of times my mouse ends up someplace weird because I'm spinning and moving it weird.
Overlord.
Boink. Alright, and then call it here. I will see you guys next time. Bye!